Howdy ho guys and gals, welcome back to Dental Tools. Today is Monday, August 25th, which means it's time for, say it with me, Tales of the Week! All right, man, summer is flying by. We can see autumn from here, but you know what? We still got a ton of great deals. Let's jump into it. First, I gotta thank a couple sponsors. First one is Everon here. They've got their 2-in-1 10-inch pole saw and chainsaw compatible with the DeWalt 20-volt max system. Now, let me snag it right here because they did send this over. I don't know if I told you this, but my wife, in our family, my wife is the one who loves to use the chainsaw. You know what? We demoed a room, had to be 15, almost 20 years. It was a long time ago. And I learned something dark about my wife. She loves to destroy things, all right? And she loves chainsaws, and I've had to take chainsaws away from her. If you've ever seen a woman wearing a football helmet on top of a ladder that's in the back of a pickup truck holding a pole saw, you would understand why. Now that said, I'm not recommending that, but this is, if you like the mini chainsaws, brother, this is it. All right. Now this is a 10-inch. This is getting actually up into the decent size little, mini chainsaws, as it were. Let me hold off there. So this, it's got the grab, it's got the guard, it's even got the oiler on it. It's a nice, and honestly, the build quality, it's a good glass filled, polymer there. It feels like a standard power tool. It's got the full adjustment for mini chainsaws. It's got a lot of the features, and it will take a DeWalt or DeWalt compatible battery, as I often talk about, and then you press the little safety button and there you go. You're ready to cut some stuff. Be careful. Now that said, what if what you want to cut is a little bit further than just 10 inches away? Well, in that case, you reach over to this little bugger here and you grab the boomstick. All right, this thing, it slides on here. This is basically just a DeWalt adapter on there. Now, I did try it with other DeWalt power tools. I tried it with an impact driver. I even tried it with my seed, AKA my salt scatterer. It did not work. But you slide it on here, if I get it on right. There we go. There's a little safety on the back. Push that up, then it can't accidentally fall off. Look at this. It's got swivels on it, which is something you don't normally see. I can go all the way back, forth. Look at that. That is some, actually, I think I can go further back than that. Yeah, I can do a full 180 if I wanted to. And then it's got not one, but two extensions in the pole. This thing will reach. It'll reach. And then on the handle, it's got like the double safety kind of thing. And sure enough, make sure I don't cut my monitor, I can go to town. So this is a mini chainsaw. It's a handheld chainsaw. It's even got, can you see it up there? It's got a digital display telling you how much battery life is left. That's a pretty nice little feature there. I would say this, and then I'm running the standard DeWalt battery on this. Before you go to take it off, take the battery out first before your hands are up here kind of fumbling around, because it's a little cumbersome. You got to take this down, push this down, get this off, put this someplace it won't fall over. I only dropped it half a dozen times. We'll put it down there. It's pre-dropped. And then slide the little guard on it. And there you go. This is going to be a little early Christmas gift for the wife. She's going to lose her mind. All right, and next item here is from AutoVox. Now, if you've been around the channel, you know that I'm a big fan of the AutoVox stuff. They have this it's a backup camera that goes on your car, goes onto the points where the license plate is. And it's a little bar, and it's got a little solar cell, and it wirelessly transmits into your car. So for your cars, your older cars, like my 99 Suburban, which has a little I-beam in the back of the window, I love the barn doors on the back, but it makes it a real pain when you're backing that thing up to see what's behind you, especially if you're backing up a trailer. Well, AutoVox is like, trailer, and some people were commenting about that, like, can I use this on a trailer? They said, we'll do you one better. We'll make one specifically for the trailer. Check this thing out. First of all, big points for the case, all right? Now, why do you need a case? Because you're not going to leave this thing permanently. I mean, you can leave it permanently mounted, but this is the kind of thing you can move around and stuff, because, let me get the camera out. It's kind of oddly shaped, so it's kind of hard to grab. There's the camera, all right? Let me get this out of the way so you can see everything. There's the camera, all right? Solar on top, antenna on the side, big old magnet on the back. Now start thinking, what can I attach this to? The back of my trailer, the back of my RV, to the toolbox on my trailer, So I could actually, as I'm pulling my ATV up, and if you've ever parked an ATV on a trailer, you know you're going up there, now you can't see squat. You could put the screen, on the dash of your ATV, put this on the box on your trailer, if you got a toolbox right on your trailer. And as you're pulling up, you can see if you're going off. You don't need someone else telling you left or right or whatnot. Skid steer, we were parking a skid steer this weekend. That would have been really nice, pulling that thing up there instead of trying to do it by yourself. There's a lot of really awesome, things I could think of that I could use this thing on. And this comes with a really nice kit. Look at that full kit in there. Everything else, and of course, I'm a big fan of the semi-rigid cases. So when it's not in use, I can store it away, and it'll be nice and safe for next time. This thing is normally $160, which honestly, that's an insane price. 1080p HD camera. It's IP69K rated. 1 minute install, if that. And it's normally $160. I think it's a great deal at $160. How about taking another 27% off? Another 20% off. That's a ridiculous price on that. That takes us down to $133. But I'm going to do better because I pushed back on the manufacturer. I got a coupon code I'm going to put down below. It's going to take you down to $119. Anybody who owns a trailer needs this. Heck, if you've got a pickup truck, you got a box van, anything, because you don't have to use it on a trailer. You can use it on your vehicle. You can put any kind of, and I know a lot of the old guys are like, I don't need brother, I've been backing stuff up. I remember my grandfather let me back up the Class A RV when I was 12, and my grandmother losing her mind. But you know what? Iowa, right? It was a different time, different place. Anyway, that said, I've got experience, and once you get a backup camera, you know that everything's changed. In my pickup truck, heck, it's got a backup camera on the door, on the gate latch. It's got a backup camera above the bed, and then you've got the mirror, and then you've got the side mirrors, and then you got the little extra. Yeah, it's great. The more information you can get, the better. This is just going to make everything life easier, smarter, faster, and safer. $119. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, Schrade. Now, Schrade, this isn't sponsored per se, but Schrade reached out to me, and I want to find the thing they sent me here because it's around here somewhere. I just moved everything on my desk. So when you think of Schrade, you're thinking like the old timer and knives like that, right? Are you thinking these? Because that's not what I'm thinking. And I'll be honest. I mean, it's good quality as far as a build for. I guess it's are these switchblades? Or are they switchblades? I don't know what the technical name is for these things. It's Schrade. I want to be excited about it, but that's just the nature of these things. And look how thin that sucker is. It's a cool letter opener for a fidget, a little guy fidget toy. That's great. But this fidget toy is also $100. Well, it's on sale right now. Take it back. They just marked it on sale. I told them I was going to do the video. I guess they marked it down $75. $70. This is the Uproar. And you can get it without the serrations. And I'll be a fan. I'll be a fan. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of the serrations. And if you can see it there, I know the light's bad. There we go. The serrations on that. That's not my thing. I just like a nice straight knife. It's very fidgety. I don't know. You tell me. Am I being too hard on Schrade? I know companies get bought and sold, and that, nothing stands still. Nothing can stand in the face of time. But I don't know. You tell me. Is this something you're interested in? Do you think they hit the mark with this? I'm having fun playing with it. Also, state by state, knife laws are weird. I live in Montana. We don't have any of that silly stuff. But you do you. I'll put a link to it, and let me know down in the comments whether you think this is something that's a winner or a loser. All right, then talk about winners. How about this one? We got the Lasgear. We've talked about Lasgear. They've been a sponsor on the show. This one's not a sponsor, but I just happened to cross it. This is their 360 horizontal laser. 4 brightnesses. It's got the wall bracket. It's got the semi-rigid case. It comes with the batteries. Look at it. It's normally $70. It's on sale for $49, $48.99. Call it what it is, $49. And there's a $9.80 coupon on it, taking this to sub $40. That is that's a buy it now kind of price on this. All right, then we got the Von Dior tire pressure gauge, 0 to 100. I'm including this. My wife was on a road trip with a friend, and she was worried her tires were getting low. My wife's like, well, just check the pressure. And her friend did not have tire pressure gauge in the car. Every car should have a tire pressure gauge. Full stop, all right? Anyway, they ran into my wife's like, let's just go to the local gas station. I'll pick one up for $3. Anyway, Von Dior, this is a nicer one than what you're going to get from the gas station. This is a good quality, nice big visual gauge for those of us with old man eyes, easier to see. It's normally $16. It's got a coupon right now for $2.40 off. All right, then Blue Driver. Now, we've talked a lot about different types of OBD2 scanners, and we're going to have more in this video. But that said, this is kind of like has a cult following. I know pros who use this who are stunned about the kind of diagnosis. I mean, 7,000 plus issues, and they're not lying about that. No subscription fee. It'll do the check engine. It'll do all that. And for lowest price in 30 days, $80 on this. That is a fantastic price for this. All right, then we got the Glority, the names. Anyway, if you're looking for a budget SDS hammer, 1 1/4 inch, 13 amp. Look at it. It comes with some of the bits and stuff. Comes with some extra, brushes and whatnot. That's a nice little add-on. All of that there for $85.47. That's cheaper than renting one for a couple days. That's kind of where Harbor Freight used to be. And now I guess it's the Amazon situation there where you can buy it cheaper than you can rent it. And if it lasts through more than one project, you really won on that one. But 1 1/4 inch SDS, it's got some, look at 868 reviews. Let's see if it's got any kind of a fish hook on it. Not really. We count the fish hook as if the 1 star is more than the 2 and the 3 combined. That's 4 versus 5, which is, understand people who aren't happy with something, they're going to complain more than anybody else. So at that point, that's not terrible. All right, then we got this one, the leaf blower charger nozzles and this is why I had to include this one. It's by Snort. Come on, it's just fun to say. Snort. And I got to give them points for the thumbs up with the cable there on the charger. That is unique. But look at this. I think you're getting 2 batteries. I don't think you're getting 3 of them. But you're getting some batteries there. 38.3. 38.3. It's got 38.3. Doesn't say what, but it's got 38.3 of them. That's important, apparently. But these kind of blowers, I talked to you guys about it. I thought they seemed kind of silly at first. People were like, no, there's tons of great uses for it. Blowing out the shop, blow drying the car, all sorts of stuff where you don't want a high pressure direction nozzle and you just want to starting the campfire, working on the barbecue, that kind of stuff. And it works good. It's more diverse airflow, a lot of power in your hand. You don't have to lug around a giant, blower there. Half a million RPMs. Anyway, point is, it's on sale right now. It's under $60. So if you're looking for something like that, maybe also consider this though. Look at this one. This is electric leaf blower by Comchoy. And the reason I include this, because this is a 2-in-1 unit. 900,000 RPMs. Just call it a million. If you're going to lie, just call it a million. But it does come with 2 4-amp-hour batteries. At least they're saying what the batteries are. It's got the charger, and it has your traditional blower mode, but there's a little line right there, and it pivots and becomes this. That's the same unit, folks. It pivots 180 degrees. So rather than buying the Snort, you could buy this thing. Granted, it's $99, but you're getting 2-in-1. 2-in-1, and but then you can't say I'm going to go grab the Snort and blow dry something. All right, then we got the Relexil. I'm going to hurt myself trying to pronounce these names. Relzetal. I'm going to go with Relzetal. Garden hose, flexible water hose, 10 function sprayer on it, 100-foot hose, coming in under $40, 39% off. All right, then we got the Spotlight here from Seagull. This is a 99,000 lumen. I'm pretty sure it will melt in your hand. The one thing I want to know is, why does it have the light on the side? You're going to press the button wrong. You're holding it like this. You're like, well, let's see, you're going to blind yourself. And that's all there is to it. But it's $21. Honestly, this got sent in by a viewer, so that's why I'm including it. He likes it. And you know, for a good little spotlight, I mean, that's not terrible. It's USB-C. I like that. Rechargeable. Okay, I can go with that. Yeah, anyway, almost 1 million lumens. Sorry, almost 100,000 lumens. Anyway, then we got the Coleman here. Check this out. Coleman heavy duty 25 quart ultralight premium hard cooler here. It'll say it keeps ice for 3 days. It can hold 36 cans. I don't want to be the person lugging this around if it's got 36 cans in it. It's just your basic cooler, good for the job site. Maybe keeping some snacks cold on a road trip. You know, going to the park, picnics, that kind of stuff. All your, you know, autumnal activities that are coming up. $120, that's 25% off. And then we've got the Flex. Why did everything get scrolled up? This is weird. Anyway, the Flex here, let me see if I can move this up. Maybe that'll fix some of this. The Flex 24, this is the hammer drill. This is the 2-speed hammer drill, tool only, mind you, for $90. $90. This is half off. Flex 24 volt. And I'll tell you what, there's not been a lot of sales going on with Flex. You know, they came out, everyone gave them a lot of grief for the marketing. The marketing was a little cheesy, but the tools have done everything they said they were going to do. They've outperformed almost everybody. They're super robust. They've got a lifetime warranty still. And now you can get the tool for $90. If you're in the Flex line and you've been thinking about getting the hammer drill, there you go. All right, not a lot of sales going on. I got a few more from them. I've got this combo. Now this is going to get you the drill driver, the impact, the recip saw, and that recip saw is first class. All right, great recip saw. In fact, the other stuff's really good too, but that recip saw is my favorite recip saw now. And I'm a Milwaukee recip guy from way back in the day, and I would rather have the Flex, at least for cordless. And then you get the flashlight. You're getting 2 batteries, charger, and a bag. Great bags, by the way. Great bags. $249, 32% off. That is a screaming deal. All right, then we're over here with Greenworks. All of them are screwed up here. There we go. The Greenworks 24-volt brushless 3-gallon. This is just your portable little handheld wet dry vac, battery operated. Comes with a full kit. Battery, 4-amp-hour battery, charger, and the vac. All of that for $120. That is ridiculous. That's the battery and charger right there. You're getting the vac for free. Then we got the Catterick 420-piece rotary toolkit. This is a really nice one-and-done toolkit. It's nicely organized. It's got pretty much everything you're ever going to need. And it's normally $40. It's on sale for $35. And then we're going to double stack that savings to get $349. You know what? I love... Things on sale are great. Double stacking savings, that's where it's at for me. That's what gets me going there. So $349 on top of that. And then you want the rotary tool to go with it. Brothers, this is the Hodo. I know. Okay, I will fully admit, Hodo is one of those brands that kind of puts design before function. I would say, yeah, because I always believe that form follows function. All right, but I like a good design. But I think it should be function first and then design. And I think they're just over the line on that one. But they make good quality tools. They really do. I've got some of their stuff. It's good quality stuff. But that said, this thing at $30, $30. That is 65% off. This is a 4-volt rechargeable 25,000 RPM rotary tool. It's got the built-in LED light. You get a nice little set of bits to start off. You get a great case with it. This is a must-have at this point. This is a ridiculous price. I mean, that is cheaper than Amazon no-name plug-in Dremels that you see here. All right, and I know Dremel hates it when the rotary tools. Yeah, I get that. It's a Xerox. It's a Kleenex. It's Dremel. All right, deal with it. You did it to yourself. Anyway, this is just a great tool at $30. I'm stunned about the price on this. That said, full disclosure, Hodo did send me one of their little detail kits there. I actually reached out to them and begged a little bit if you would, because I wanted to try it out. One of these, and that's the screwdriver right down in there. This is a pretty nice little magnetic tray kit that comes with it. And I love this part. The charger is on the end. Can you see that? Right there. So you don't have to take everything out to charge it. I love that. Anyway, they do kind of put design forward, but you know what? The design is smart design. I'll give them that much. All right, and then we got Fantic. This is not, I've talked about the Fantic screwdrivers before. This is the E2. This is their next gen of tools here. So anything you see from Fantic that's got this new curve with the little rainbow line in it there, that is their new Gen 2 stuff. This is the E2 Ultra Mini electric screwdriver. 50 magnetic bits that come with it. These are the 5/32 bits. It's great for, small repairs, stuff like that, small units. It has all of that built in, and it's coming in normally $90, which is about right for a Fantic tool. It's on sale 38% off, and you can get it in the silver whatnot, or you can get it in this cool metallic red. So your choice. Unfortunately, the white is not on sale. It's still $80 because I like that. All right, and then let's keep going here. WorkPro, check this out. WorkPro has a wet concrete saw, 16-inch concrete saw, 1600 watt, 3100 RPM. If you've been looking, and somebody was just asking me about concrete saws, and I stumbled across this thing, 10% off, taking it down to $270. I've used the Bauer concrete saw, and it's not terrible, but I've not used the WorkPro. But if you're looking for one and you want to order off Amazon, there you go. All right, the Bow Tree. This is, they've just recently come across the old Amazons, and they're a bunch of air compressors and air compressor related items. For a 10-gallon compressor, 70 dB. That's not terrible. 150 PSI, not going that ridiculous high, but high enough for more than you need there. 2 horsepower, that's nice. 8.76 CFM. If it meets that, that's an insane price. That's an insane price. If it can actually meet the 8.7, I'm not saying that it can. It's only got 5 reviews, all of them 5 stars. They're definitely not paid for. But at this price, $180 with free delivery by September 1st. And that's delivering it here to Livingston. It'll probably get there next day where you are. We're in rural Montana, so everything takes a little bit extra time to get here. And honestly, I'm not suggesting you buy based on looks, but if it's the deciding factor, that's a pretty good looking air compressor. Anyway, and then we got the Fantic cordless angle grinder. 3-inch compact cutoff wheel. They call it angle. It's a cutoff tool. In the typical Fantic design with USB-C, I have a hard time justifying this thing. It's on sale for $80. I would probably want to buy something in a power tool line that I'm already in so I can swap batteries and whatnot. But for the hobbyists and stuff like that, I could totally see this. So for $80, I mean, maybe it works for you. I have to say there's not a lot of bad tools, just you got to find the right job for that tool. All right, and then this one might be a bad tool, honestly. It's the DeWalt Stud Finder, 3/4 inch, AAA batteries included. It's on sale for $14.97, but I don't think it works. Every time I try to use it, every time I pick it up, it just starts beeping. So I think they're all bad. I've tried several of them. None of them, they just beep and beep and beep every time they're around me. All right, we got the DeWalt nut driver set, double-ended 2-piece, duodent. I love that part number. You get a 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8, and 7/16, all there in one. They're flip sockets on there. Nice little portable kind of tool solution there. Normally $12, on sale for $7, and there's a coupon that's going to knock another 70 cents off. Why not? All right, then we got some Bosch power tools. We got the Bosch, what was this thing called, the Joker or whatever for a while? They at least dropped that ridiculous name. Basically, it's a 1/4 inch impact driver and 1/2 inch impact wrench all built into one. It's brushless, I'll give it that. It's an okay impact driver. It's a meh impact wrench, but at least, if you just got you're working on something, if you're doing a lot of stuff where you need both a lot, maybe this is the tool for you. Not maybe woodworking, that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's $100. It's Bosch. Here's its brother here. Now, I should point out, this is tool only for $100. For $125, you get the brushless drill plus 2 batteries, charger, and bag for $125. That is actually a pretty good deal. And on top of it, it's not the regular drill, it's the compact brushless. So slightly smaller, full speed brushless. You gotta like that for $125. Now we got the combo kit, drill driver and the Joker-ish impact wrench, impact driver, 2 bats, charger, and bag for $170. Here's the difference. These are not brushless. These are standard brush tools. All right, then we got the work lights here from Eptert. I feel like I have Tourette's saying these names. Anyway, This one's on sale right now for 39% off, taking it down to $57. And the nice thing about it is you can use it on the stand, or you can take the stand off and carry the whole tree there by itself, or you can take the lights off individually. And then another one from Fantech. Remember, I don't choose the deals. They're just the deals that are out. But this is, again, something new from Fantech. The A10 Pro 2-in-1 digital laser tape measure, HD IPS color screen. There's a color screen, 165 foot, with a 9.8 foot tape measure, 6 units selectable for distance, area, and volume. Normally $130, that's a standard Fantech kind of price, on sale for $80. That is honestly pretty cool. I might need to get my paws on that thing. That looks, oh, it's got magnets on the end of the tape measure, so you don't need a second person to hold on to it. You gotta like that. Anyway, nice. Look at it. It's a little bigger. It would have been nice if it had been like actual tape measure size, but it's not too big. Anyway, for $80, I don't know. Then we got the mini reciprocating sander set. This is what often referred to as a finger sander. You get all these little arms that go on it, so you can get these different shapes to get in there and do some detail sanding. This jumped out at me because I've been doing a lot with the 3D printer lately, as you guys know. And this is, for normally $46, on sale for $38, and there's a $3.80 coupon off on it. Maybe something you might be interested in, especially if you're doing the 3D printer stuff. All right, then we got, again, the Fantech, and you can tell this is the Gen 2 here. This is not a screwdriver. This is a drill. We've talked about this one before. It's on sale for $60. $60 on that for a little detail drill. Man, I keep saying there's some 80% parts out there that could definitely use that. The Mayuko 170. This is a master socket set for bit drivers, all right, for bit sets. You're getting your Allen keys, you're getting your hex, all that kind of stuff there, star, Torx, all of that, all in one kit for 6% off, lowest price in 30 days, $67.97. If you've not used a bit socket driver yet, a bit socket set, you are missing out, because I get, we all have the little hand tools that'll do the same job. It's so much easier when you can either throw it in a ratchet or even in a power tool. All right, then we got Billy Tools 1000 volt electrician screwdriver set. This is gonna get you this is a DIY, this is not a professional level set. And most of Billy Tool stuff, that's what it is, but I've been really surprised with the quality of it. This is gonna get you some screwdrivers, some pliers in there, some side cutters, nice little case. If you gotta do some stuff around the house and whatnot, probably a good set to pick up. It's under $30, it's $27.99. And then this one, as you can see, I bought this one myself in, in February. Comes with a great little foam case there. All the adapters you need here, all right? It's got some swivels. It's got, if you want to go larger, if you want to go smaller, if you want to put in a power tool, all of that. It's normally $50. It's on sale for $38. And then there's a coupon that's going to knock another $5.70 off on that. I can't recommend this enough for the DIYer. Again, how about this one here? We got the Billy Tools wobble extension set here. We've all seen the one from Harbor Freight, which is nice, but this one's got the foam tray, and you got tons of 1/2 inch, 3/8, 1/4 inch in two different sizes. Actually technically 3 different sizes there. Anyway, excuse me, $24 on that one. We got the Cobalt drill bit set, lowest price in 30 days. It's 9% off, taking it down to $50 there. Then we got some Armor All. This one's sent in by a viewer here. 16 fluid ounce 2-pack for $24. All right, then we got the Hardell wire strippers on sale for $20. It's the full kit. Don't be hard. I'm just trying to work their way through college here. But you get the full stripper there, plus the utility knife. You get the case that goes with it. You get some crimps. You get a screwdriver. You get 2 screwdrivers. You're getting a pair of needle nose, some electrical tape there as well. Just a nice little starter kit. I mean, for $20, that is not a bad deal. All right, then we got the DeWalt jigsaw set here, or I should say it's for the DeWalt. I don't see why it wouldn't work with everything else, but it's designed for DeWalt, I guess. This was sent in by a viewer, 50% off, $638 on that one. All right, check this out. There's actually a whole bunch of sets here from Jinzer. Anyway, 62 piece ratcheting screwdriver set, 12 in 1. with the foam tray. That's quite a set. All right. And they've got a bunch of other sets also. And most of them are on sale. So you can just click, I'll put the link to this one. You can check out all the other ones if you want to. But I mean, a lot of you have been asking, hey, we want more stuff in the foam trays. So I've been looking for that. And this is an interesting set there. All right. Back to school is here. Don't send your kids back to school in something basic. Send them in, in a construction backpack. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cough myself to death here laughing. Anyway, the Blisswell. I will say, honestly, I'm kind of joking about it, but I'm kind of not, because look at this. You're getting here, look at the bottom of it. First of all, the whole thing's ruggedized. It's got tons of places to put accessories and closures and whatnot. And the bottom of it got a rubber boot. You know your kid's going to sit their backpack down in a puddle or in the snow or something like that. Simple solution right there. And it's $40. It might be a little bit more than your JanSport, like $30 or something, but it's going to last probably more than one school year, okay? All right, and then we got the Whately M12 style batteries. These are an M12 replacement. Honestly, at this point, I think I've got like one genuine M12 battery left. I've just gone with the third party, and I've not had a problem with any of them. Whately did send me, I got some of the Whately and the DeWalt's, and those things have been great. I don't have any problem with these two 3 amp hour batteries with the sale. It's going to be $18. Heck yeah. Excuse me. And this welding hood, this was, now I don't have my glasses on, so you'll have to figure out what the design on the edge of that thing is yourself, or on the side. But if you're looking for a deal on a welding hood, coming in at $15. $15 for a decent welding hood, then maybe check it out. All right, Ant-Man Strong magnet hooks. I love these magnet hooks. I use them for all sorts of stuff. Here's a 4-pack of them on sale right now for $6.49. $6.49 on those. They say they'll hold 100 pounds. I don't know about, remember, the hanging them upside down is going to get you the most holding strength. Sideways, you're going to get about a third of that. All right, then we got the EP100. This is a 100-foot extension cord, 12 gauge. That's a heavy-duty extension cord. That thing's not going to be light. 100 feet of 12 gauge is not light, especially with all the insulation on that. But you got your 3 grounds on it, which you better at that length. 15 amp power cord, just a good solid power cord for $50 there. All right, then we've got the Autel. We talked about the cheap scanner before. This is your professional value pro, as we call it. This thing it's bidirectional. It's the 2025. It's going to come with at least 2 years, if not 3 years of upgrades with it. And it's on sale right now, 20% off, down from $480 to $383. If you're looking to upgrade your game, or if you're going into the game as a pro and you need something but you're on a budget, this is Autel's. They're a player in the game. This is a good budget option from them. Then we got Wolfbox. Talk about a player in the game. These little air dusters have just been kicking the canned air industry right down the street. They're absolutely fantastic. And at the top of the heat is Wolfbox. And this is a good one. It's on sale. It was $70 last week. It's on sale right now it was on sale for $79.99. It's on sale for $69.99. And then you can get, this is a nice little combo. Check this out. Here's the combo right down here. You're getting the 2000 amp Wolfbox jump starter plus this for $132. That's a heck of a deal right there. $132 on that? That's insane. All right, let's keep going. Fluke here. This is a professional tier kind of tool here. You're getting the clamp meter, the multimeter, carrying bag, all of that. Coming in normally $440 at $450. It's coming on sale right now for $330. If you're a pro, you know what we're talking about here. But if you're not a pro, they make an amateur version of this as well. Look at this. You're getting the testers. You're getting the non-contact. You're getting the bag, all the batteries, and the clamp meter. The clamp meters are great. If you haven't learned how to use a clamp meter, you really should add that to your list of to-do. $70.46 on that. All right, and then if you just need a basic multimeter, Astro AI's got you covered. This is just a throw in the drawer, always good to have for something. I don't use them on mains, but for all the DC stuff that I do, can they be used on mains? Probably, they're probably fine, but I just use them for battery testing and working with electronics and stuff like that to keep them in the desk next to me $14. That's 18% off a list. All right, then we got if you like the 7 mil, how about the 8 mil gloves? If you want something heavy duty, it's got the texture bright orange so you can see your hands when you're working underneath something. $22. Normally 30 bucks. On sale for $22.45. Stacking the coupons, got to knock another $2.70 off on that one. All right, let's talk about some table saws. I got a few of them here for you. We got the Skill 8 1/4 inch here. This is just a top of the line, again, professional grade, compact table saw here with the ratcheting mechanism, 14% off, taking it down to $429. I think this is the lowest price I've seen on this since spring Black Friday. Same goes with this one, the Bosch GTS. This is your cordless saw here. Again, ratcheting drive on this, but this is the full kit. You're getting the 8 amp hour battery, the charger, the saw, the whole 9 yards there for $530. Then we got the Metabo HPT 10-inch compound miter saw. Now, this one we've seen go down to $99, but now that only happens like once or twice a year. But this is still a decent price. I wouldn't say it's the, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for it, buy it price, but this is the not bad price. I mean, is it worth waiting 6 months to save another 20 bucks? That call is on you. But if you're looking for a 10-inch compound miter saw, non-sliding, this is not a bad saw. All right, then we got the Win table saw. I don't know when I've seen a table saw this cheap. I had to do it. $203. It's not ratcheting. It's not fancy. But if you just need a little finger slicer 3000 in your life, this is the way to go. $203 on that one. This is the Hardell caliper. I got to talk about this because I just bought one. All right. Now, this is the Hardell, and I bought this a week or so ago because I've been doing the 3D printing stuff lately, or getting back into it. I used to do a lot of it, got out of it, getting back into it thanks to Bamboo Lab. So, of course, we all have like the basic Pittsburgh one, right? This is a decent little caliper. It does its job. I'm not saying it does it any better, but it does it way easier with this one, all right? Look at the screen size. This thing, huge screen on it, all right? Let me wake it up here so you can actually see it. There we go. And zero it out. There we go. Huge screen on that one as opposed to this. This knob's bigger. This knob's a little bit bigger. The edges on it aren't quite as sharp. And this one, you know what we all hate about this, and that's that little battery door right there. You know it's going to fall off. You know you're going to be in the middle of measuring something. The battery's going to shoot out, roll across the floor. You're never going to fight it again. Not a problem with this. Not that it has a better battery door. It doesn't have one because it's rechargeable. Yep, right there. USB-C. They got it right everywhere. And it's even better than that because it's on sale. $38. I paid $38 for it. And now it's on sale with a coupon for $7.60 off. Oh my God, I can't recommend it enough. Is it the most accurate thing? People are like, well, it's, the Wababa is, 3/1000ths of an inch. For me, calipers are for getting good solid measurements of oddly shaped items. If I need that level of measurement, I'm buying a micrometer. The Rui Tool Japanese handsaw, we've talked about this one before, but this is a great saw, not just for woodworking, for pruning and stuff like that. It's on sale right now from $26 down to $20, and there's a $4 off coupon. It's double-sided, so you got fine tooth on one side, coarse tooth on the other. It's a great time of year to be pruning and trimming some stuff back. So it's been growing all summer, and come this winter, the winds are going to pick up, the snows are going to hit, your branches are going to crack. Don't let it happen. Get ahead of it. For it's less than 20 bucks. It's $16. That is a fantastic tool at $20 or $16. It's a good tool at 20 bucks. It's fantastic at 16. All right, I got another Fantic for you. I can't help it, man. They make good stuff. The G9 Nano Electric Spin Scrubber here. If you've got to clean some detail kind of stuff, this is the way to go. Look at this thing, $35.99. And it's got, look at the electric whisk little thing there. It goes on there, and you could turn it into a whisk cleaner as well. I know they're thinking like getting in like bottles and stuff. I'm thinking about getting into whatchamacallit, condenser coils and radiators for appliances and refrigerators and stuff like that. You know, you're supposed to at least once a year clean out and dust out the coils in the back of your refrigerator, right? Right? Okay. Then if you want some bigger scrubbing, the Hulk Me, you know, I know that Drill Brush invented this. And they and I want to support them because they're an American company, but you know what? They don't make the stuff in America. They make it at the same factories these guys are making it at, and they never have it on sale. So when Drill Brush starts doing more sales, I'll promote them. But till then, you're getting the Hulk Me 22 pack. This is going to get it all. If you've never cleaned with one of these, you've never cleaned. That's all there is to it. And it's under 20 bucks. It's under $20 for this. All right, then we got some tool sets here. Craftsman VersaStack. We have the 1/4 inch, the 3/8, the 1/2 inch. It locks into the VersaStack or DeWalt T-Stack system. It's not the raised panel. It's not the gunmetal either. It's just a decent all-around DIY level tool set. Nothing special to write home about, but if you're in the Versa or T-Stack system, it's really nice because it integrates with it. Then we got the DeWalt. This is a good starter set. One and done, 192 piece. Not a ton of filler in it. 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/8 drive with the blow molded case there. Just a good solid set there. And then we got the Craftsman Overdrive. Now I've talked about this before. This is 284 piece set. This is just a ridiculous set. Check out the price. I don't remember the price at Lowe's. Lowe's was having a sale on one. I don't think it's this big a set. So check out the Lowe's price. I did a sale. If you haven't seen my Labor Day sales, we got one for Lowe's and one for Home Depot. Check those out. But I can't say enough about the Overdrive set there from Craftsman. It's a slightly different kind of setup on it, but also inside the wrenches there, you can see the teeth in the wrenches, and there's teeth in the sockets. They put teeth in everything. You get teeth, and you get teeth. Anyway, and you get this nice tray that comes with it. That is pretty nice setup there. Look at that. These are great trays. Going in your toolbox for the home gamer, forget about it. All right, and then talk about home game. We got the ratchets here from SK. This is the 1/2 inch with the foam insert here. This is the new SK made in China, not the old SK made in the US. 160p ratchet, 34 piece SAE set in the super chrome, and you get the foam tray with it for $160. All right, then we got the wrenches there. These don't have teeth, but this nice basic roll-up wrench set here. SAE 5/16 to 3/4, metric 8 to 19 millimeter, 23 piece. On sale, 13% off, down to $140. And then we've got, if you want to try the Craftsman Overdrive and you don't want to buy the full set and you think maybe I'm full of it, here's your basic set here. Basic set of SAE wrenches. You're getting 5/16 up to 3 1/4. It's got the teeth in it. You could try it out. It's even got the teeth there in the box end. It's just a nice basic set, very similar to some tool truck sets there. And this is $30. $30. So a good one to get. You can try it out and then you can be like, I'm sorry. You told me I didn't listen. All right. Then we got some budget stuff here. And again, it's got the teeth. Very much like the Overdrive set here from WorkPro. This is the super long ratcheting wrench set here. 8 to 19. And I believe it's non-skip. Because it uses like 8. It was like 8. No, okay. There are some skips in this one. 8, we skip 9, 10, we skip 11, 12, 13, and then we jump up 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Still a good set. I gotta tell you, if you haven't used these super long wrenches, you're missing out there. $60 on that. Then we got the extra long flex head. If you really need to get in some weird spots, this is the way to go. This is 8 to 19 metric on this one. And then we've got just your standard wrenches here. Metric 8 to 17, 72 tooth. And again, all of these with the teeth, all of them with the roll-up bag. And you know what? I kind of like the satin finish on this. I think I like it even better than the chrome, at least in the hand. It feels good in the hand. $36 on that one. And then we got the WorkPro electrician scissors, 6.4 inch. Now they do call this out. They're rather, right here, it says, not suitable for diving. Now they are electrician scissors, so diving should be out right there. Oh my gosh. I love it. Anyway, $16 on those. Work Pro makes good stuff. I'll go with some slack. Not suitable for diving. Work Pro 2-pack of wire cutters. Actually, they did just send these to me. And so I guess they're $12. You get $1.20 off with the coupon. There's your basic. Are they super fancy? No. But you know what? They're snippy. That's what I like. They work. For a 2-pack, that's basically $6 each, plus you can take $1.20. You do the math on that. But that's not a bad little set of side cutters there. I'm happy with them. All right. Menards 3-inch 12-volt angle grinder here. Again, a cutoff wheel, actually. Normally $15, 11% rebate, taking it down to $13.34. All right. Now, is that tool only, or does that come with the battery? Feature color, lock switch. I don't see anything about the battery on it. I'm going to say it's probably tool only at that price. Or I could be wrong. It could come with 2 batteries. How about that? 2 batteries with a charger in the 12-volt line. Probably works with a lot of other 12-volt tools from what I've been finding. All right, then we got the Protocol 120-inch, 500-pound capacity miter saw station. Look at that thing. That thing is a beast. Look at the extensions on that. That is for $99. That's a pretty good looking miter saw stand. All right, then we got the automatic water dispenser. You're like, why is this on here? Well, I don't know about your shop, but my shop ain't got no water. So I have to bring in water. And it would be great if you could just bring in one of these big, what are they, 5 gallon? They're more than 5 gallon, but 8 gallon, however big those big water jugs are. Slap one of these on it. Now you got a water dispenser right there. You don't have to worry about flipping the sucker over and spilling water everywhere. Because there's 2 types of people who've used these. Those who've spilled and damn liars. All right, then we got the True Sawback Machete, illegal in the UK. They've outlawed all machetes over there. They're crazy. With the sawback, because you know what? Zombies, man. Zombies. So $6, and you don't have to worry about zombies. That is a small price to pay to sleep well at night. Then we got the multi-purpose laser level for $5. For $5, that's maybe worth giving it a try. You could use it just for playing with the cat at that price. All right, then we got, it's that time of season. It started up here. Bow season has started. AT&T Trail Cam, $30, or Verizon Trail Cam, $30. Your call. All right, and then we got the Performax folding hand truck. Now, I have a hand truck I ordered off of Amazon, and this thing looks identical to it. And I've been really, really pleased with mine. It folds completely flat. Let me see if they have a picture of it folded. Yeah, the wheels fold in, the thing folds up, so it'll slide in about everywhere. And it's $30. I thoroughly pleased with mine. $30, that's a decent price on that. All right, over at Costco, they've got the new Medea U. This is when I say new, it's the newer version that's been fixed so it doesn't build up mold in it. 12,000 BTU. This is the big boy. All right, they do an 8, a 10, and a 12. This has got all the BTUs, and it's $280. So run over to Costco and check that out. Then we got at Best Buy, I know we're in bonus land here, aren't we? MSI gaming laptop. Now, here's what I'm saying. This is not a high-end gaming laptop. But if you just want to edit some videos, if you've got a kid going to school who needs a laptop, 8 gigs, you can get this at 8 gigs. And if you need more memory down the road, just wait because memory does this sine wave kind of thing. For a while, it'll be super expensive. Then there'll be a few months where it's dirt cheap. Just wait till it's dirt cheap and pop that sucker up to 32 gigs. If it can, I didn't check, but I'm sure it can go up to 16. That won't be a problem. But 32 if you can. 512 gig SSD, GeForce RTX 4050. That's it for $600. That's not a bad little beginner laptop. All right, then we got the EF EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. This is the 2K box. This is the same box all my stuff is running off. Everything I have here runs through the box right down there. All right, so I'm using it as a UPS. We get, I'm in an area of the world where power outages are common. I'm in a part of town where they're more common. I don't have to worry about it. I don't even notice it half the time. Unless I have the overhead lights on, I won't notice. The So, I mean, and so good for home, good for camping, good for portable power for the job site, whatnot. It's expandable. You could put 2 more batteries on it and triple that to 6,000. I have those batteries. I've done that. This is a screaming deal at $949. That's half the price it used to be. We got the InstaLink 360. I have this webcam. And I don't think I've got it set up right now because I switched over to the Mac and I haven't set this one up yet. But that said, I don't think I have I? No, I don't have it. Anyway, this is a great little webcam. In fact, I use one of these as my top-down camera. So when you see my desktop view, that's the Gen 1. And then I have one over here that's my Gen 2 that I use for doing some other filming stuff. They'll do facial recognition. They'll track if you move around. You can point them wherever you want. And they're not quite as good a quality as some of the, as an actual camera, but they're close enough, especially if you fiddle with the color and stuff, they're close enough that most people won't be able to tell. Now, here's a question for you. Have you noticed for the last 3 months, I've been working with a cheaper camera? My good camera is back there on the shelf. I swapped it out just as an experiment to see if anybody noticed. One person's actually emailed me and said, the quality's not as good. It's hard to watch. So let me know what you think about that, all right? Amazon Echo Buds. I didn't even know they made these things. I might have to start buying these because the wife likes the old version. In fact, I'm going to grab a pair just to have her try them. She likes the old Apple AirPods, but those things they used to be $100. They're going up in price because I think they're going to stop making them. They're hard to get a hold of. This, you got the 5.2 Bluetooth. It's got She Who Shall Not Be Named built-in 20-hour battery time. They look just like the old Apple ones. So for $25, that's a screaming deal. All right. Then we've got the wedge pillow. I use this pillow. I just stumbled across it. I have this exact same pillow. Actually, mine's a slightly different color. I think mine is not that one. There. Mine's that color right there. Here's the deal. $33.99. But if you don't mind it in an obnoxious color, it's $28. Then some of the other ones, I think this one's $30, and the one that I have is $30 as well. Apparently it's got a pocket on the side for like remotes and stuff. I never use that because I think the idea is you can flip it around the other direction there and use it sitting up. I don't use it like that. I use it, laying down, keep my head elevated. It's just the way I like to sleep. $30. Check it out. All right, then we got the eHomie. Come on, eHomie, you got to get your beverages cold. I'm just showing this because well, let me go back to this one. So it's here. You can take a look. It's a cool looking fridge. All right. And having a fridge in your shop is a nice luxury. And a basic, we bought your basic dorm fridge for my son for used. It was $100. They used to be $100 new. They're not $100 new anymore. All right. This one's going to get you the glass front, the cool, light in the back. Do you need it? No. But as I said, it's a luxury. And I do like the fact that I can look in mine right here and see that I'm out of soda. Someone in my life is supposed to keep me stocked with soda. She says she loves me. Clearly, that's in question now. All right, anyway, I shouldn't be drinking soda. I'm trying to stop. I stopped for a good long time, then I kind of got back into it. I'm not drinking as much as I used to, that's for sure. And then the Chefman air fryer. And I'm including this because, again, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing, and I don't know if you know this, but you could dry filaments in the air fryer. You put it on dehydrate mode, and you just bake it for a long time, and it works just great. And it's cheaper than a dedicated, 3D print one. Do not cook in it afterwards because a lot of that plastic is toxic. And we got the 3.5 cubic foot safe here, and it says it's fireproof and waterproof. I find that hard to believe. If there's not a gasket on it, and there's not, then it ain't fireproof and it ain't waterproof. All right. But I would definitely recommend getting some fireproof bags. And you put fireproof bags in a safe like this, and then it will be fireproof. And those are pretty cheap. And for $105, plus it's going to be, actually it's $105.99. There's a $5.30 coupon. It's normally $120. It's going to take it down to $1.69, I think, if my math's right. I like having nice little safes here and there to lock up stuff. Is it going to stop somebody who's dedicated, who's serious? No. But if you bolt it down, it's going to slow people down. You have other security systems and stuff. It just keeps prying fingers away from things. Now, if you really want to lock something up, here's the Winchester over at Tractor Supply. This is your basic 26 long paper punchers there, 12 cubic foot. This is not a big safe, all right? I have two safes this size. One's the Harbor Freight one. Harbor Freight makes one just like this. It often goes on sale for the same price or similar price. And then I have one from another brand. I can't remember. I got it at Murdoch's, which is like Tractor Supply, but more local up here in Montana and surrounding states. And what I've come to like, I really like these style of safes. The size. And well, rather than buying one big one for $1,000, which is what I used to have, I now have two, and I have one over here, and I have one over there, and I have the safe. I don't even know there's a safe right there. I have a safe right there. I have one of those box safes. I lock things up. And that way, I always know where they are. And B, little tiny fingers can't get into them. Or somebody, a guest coming by and has a guest and somebody, you have people are, you know what I'm saying. Is it going to stop somebody with 10 hours in an angle grinder? Probably not. But something else will. Because I have cameras and other security systems and I got dogs. And remember, obscurity is the first line of security. And then past that, you have other layers. The safe is not your first and foremost layer, all right? Okay, got that out of the way. I think that's all we got here. Do want to thank today's sponsor, the 12-in-1. I wish it worked on other tools. I don't know what I'd do with the other tools, but I bet I could find a use case. But that said, $130. It's normally, and it's not listed on sale. That is a sale price. It's normally like $170 or something like that. And then also the Autovox, $119. That is a phenomenal deal there. So go check those out. All right, there you go. That's all we got. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.